When you are coming back from work, you would have spent 1 hour plus. You could almost watch a full Netflix series while you're in traffic. Sometimes people just buy stuff and just keep eating because when you get home, you'll be so tired. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing another sit down video, doing a Lagos series video. You know, I've done a lot of Lagos series video. I recently moved to Lagos. I keep using recently. I've practically spent 5 freaking years in Lagos. So I want to share what I ate so far in Lagos and what I like about it. I've shared a whole lot of story about living in Lagos when I recently moved to Lagos, all you need to know before you move to Lagos, and I've talked about places to visit in Lagos if you're looking for places to explore in Lagos just for a short stay. I've shared about cost of living in Lagos, the cost of shopping food stuff in Lagos. I've talked about basically even job hunting in Lagos and house hunting in Lagos. So if you've not much guys, so let's get into what I hate in Lagos. Since I moved to Lagos, I have some things I hate about Lagos State. Thankfully for me, since when I moved to Lagos, I've never really stayed in a face-to-face apartment, but I'm grateful to God for being privileged to be able to stay at least in a self-contained and move to a mini flat. So if you stayed in a face-to-face apartment, you at least have your own different experiences. I would be glad if you can share those experiences down in the comment below. But for me, I've never had such experience. I can't come out there and start telling you that this is what goes up in such apartment. But me, I stayed in Lagos in a normal in the flat and self-contained. So when it comes to what I hate about Lagos, when it comes to getting apartments, what I hate about Lagos is the fact that the houses are always, in most cases, very small and too pricey. My very first apartment that I stayed in Lagos, the apartment is so small that if you have one guest, that's enough. You can't have more than one guest in that apartment. It was a self-contained, water constantly running, electricity was perfect. Like perfect in the sense of you have enough electricity to use in Nigeria. Not as if it was 24 hours. But the space was so small, like the room was so small that if you have someone that is big in that room and there are 2 fat ladies, they basically have to open the windows and the doors to be able to breathe in fresh air. That's how small the apartments are in Lagos. So that in itself is a turn off in Lagos. You can still get some apartments in Lagos that are bigger spaces, but you need to either pay more or move to places that are farther down in Lagos, like Ekweda, Iyanokaja. Another thing I hate about Lagos is the traffic. Like I used to hear Lagos traffic.
When I was in Lagos State, I was like, and there's traffic in Lagos State now, imagine.
Really? The traffic in Lafayette Road can't be compared to the traffic I used to experience in Lagos. Small thing, just see small rain right now, and everyone will be stuck. And you know the sad part? The trailers on the road will basically block every single part. Cars have to squeeze themselves in. Sometimes you wake up as early as 5, get to work. Well, that's for me because I don't really wake up as 4 because I stayed at somewhere around Oshodi back then, so it was not that far for me to my workplace. But 5, and sometimes you used to be stuck in traffic for almost 1 hour plus. That's when you're going to work. That's even fair. Sometimes in Lagos traffic, you know what? I hated the fact that you'll be stuck for 1 hour plus. You could almost watch a full Netflix series while you're in traffic. Sometimes people just buy stuff and just keep eating because when you get home, you'll be so tired you can't eat. You'll be so exhausted. You know that stress that you know that if you put food in your mouth, either you throw it up or you just eat basically small. It won't serve any purpose. So you just have to eat in the bus. Try to be merry and happy. If not, if you start thinking about traffic, you'll be unnecessarily frustrated and angry about the country. That's how bad Lagos traffic can be. But the one that I ate most, that I was going to, was like, what I ate most about traffic in Lagos is that when you've gone through the traffic or you will have patiently waited, you will not get to the front. You'll be wondering what caused the traffic. Have you ever felt that way in Lagos? Like, what's caused this traffic? Where is it blocking from? Where is the stampede from? Whether it's the impatience of the drivers or maybe something, but you can never find the cause of the traffic. Then another night about Lagos, if you have stayed in Lagos and you've not had the opportunity to own your own car, but you have to use public transport, we are in the same boat. God. Like public transport in Lagos is a madhouse. So sometimes you get to sit with some passengers that you feel like, what the heck. Some of them are basically really annoying. Like sometimes I sat in a place where I had to close the window a bit because the wind was too much. You know, when the car is speeding so fast and there was not much traffic, the breeze that comes in is so heavy that you feel like it's trying to make choke you or something. So this lady that was sitting beside the window didn't even care about why I opened it in the first place. When she was done with her phone call, all I saw was she had to open it. I didn't even see the thing that was opening the window. She's smaller than I am, and I'm wondering what is wrong with this one. The selfishness in Lagos is horrendous. Like, how will you be that selfish? You can't even ask your neighbor, babe, are you okay? What's the reason why you're opening this window? Nobody really cares. The self-centeredness in Lagos, that's even one of another thing that happens in the bus. Another thing that happened in the bus that I hate about Lagos is the fact that conductors trying to rip you off. They use opportunities to rip you off. So on my vacation on my way to LCC, I told someone I'm going to LCC. I described it. Nigga does not know where I'm going to. Say, it's Ajah you are going to. Just to fill up his bus. I entered Ajah bus. They dropped me at Ajah bus stop. Then when I was able to get someone that knew where I was going to, now told me I have to take bus back again to Tipa bus stop, Lekki. Why? We passed through Lekki now. If you don't know the place, just tell me you don't know. But because you need a passenger in your bus, you've made me fill up your bus. And that's one thing, that the conductors are basically annoying. Aside that one, they don't want to give you a change. Like if you stayed in Lagos for a while, you notice they don't want to give you a change. And you don't change you. And you'll be seeing the change and they'll say you don't have change. Then they'll just be praying in their mind that you forget change. Finally one day, that's how they got lucky. They prayed and their prayer was answered. They took my 700 naira change. You know how it is now when they take 700 naira out of your change. The bus fare was about 300 naira to Urban day. I basically didn't know that I have to ask for part of my change. I give me part of my change so I to know. So I just waited. He will give me. Like I was dealing with Abeokuta where I was coming from. They shocked me. It took my 700 naira. Two different situations. That period was so bad that luckily for me, where they dropped me, I could just trek to work. And if you're a motorist in Nigeria, in Lagos State, and you drive your own car in Lagos, I don't have my car. I wouldn't say much about that. But girl, when my colleague that used to drive, I used to follow her then. Oh God. If you're not mad in Lagos, you can drive. Trust me. Say you don't have small scan in your head. You can't drive in Lagos. Everybody's right in Lagos. Like, that's even the sad part. And when they eat themselves, oh my God. Even if it's in the middle of Third Mainland Bridge, what me I would expect when we eat each other is, okay, no problem, I've eaten you, no problem. So what do we do? What's the way forward? Do you have insurance? I have insurance. Let's exchange contact, we talk. What they will do is to first dramatize in the middle of the road. They will cause traffic in the middle of the road, start arguing, some boxing each other over the fact that the cars eat each other. So now car jam each other, not be two one may jam each other. They will block the road, talking about bullshit. Next, that's what you'll be hearing. Do you know who I am? Who are you? God, what's the way for snap the picture, evidence. You have third party insurance or first party, whatever insurance you have. Let's exchange contact. If you don't want to pay through your insurance, let the other person pay. Exchange contact and let's continue. But no, they will stay there and dramatizing. The other thing I hate about Lagos is the fact that everybody is feeling smart. Everybody act like they know more than you. Like you be hearing people talk and you be like, God, what the people I hate most in this Lagos is people that talk too much. You just talking. Please, not too much talk, no action. I'm not interested. All this about Lagos thing. Can you believe that if you carry me somewhere else now and say that you're gonna start my life again? I'm not going in Nigeria. Minus the insecurity that will never make me go to the north, even though that part has always been in the bucket list for me. I've always wanted to go to the north just because of the cheap food, the supposedly free-spirited people, because I've met some where I lived growing up, but trust me, that has been cancelled from my bucket list. Anyway, if you ask me today, right now, do I want to move out of Lagos? Heck no. We go nowhere, we die here, we stay in this Lagos, we hustle together, we all become successful. So I want to share with you guys all the things that make Lagos very appealing for me, that irrespective of the madness, my change going away, of the motorists being all mad and everybody claiming their rights, like constitutional rights in Lagos, I still love Lagos. Why do I love Lagos? For me, basically, the opportunities in Lagos is what I like about Lagos. You can basically be anything you want to be. You want to be an actress, the opportunities are here. You want to be a comedian, the opportunities are here. You want to be a content creator, it's happening right here in Lagos. You want to set up your own business, it's happening right here in Lagos. So Lagos is just the hub for every industrious person. If you're energetic, you're willing to be creative, you're willing to learn, you're open to doing basically genuine jobs that want to make you grow, definitely you find that in Lagos. That's what I love in Lagos is the fact that there are so many vacation spots in Lagos. Trust me, free, paid, expensive resorts, name it, and you know that's my area specialization. Shop like Maggie. That's what a colleague calls me. Like in the small money I have, I'll say shop life, and I've discovered majority of the hotspot that cost me less, like way less, stipend to have fun, and you feel like you went to a resort, you know. So Lagos is a hub for recreation. Everything you want, points is there. So I like Lagos for that. Then the mixed culture, like the variety of culture is interesting. You get to meet different tribes. Last time I went to Makoko and they were speaking a different language from what I'm familiar with. All those kind of things. The varieties make the spice, you know. Different people, the Igbos, the Yoruba coexisting like never before. So the fact that you can basically go anywhere in Lagos, that's one thing to like about Lagos State. Then if you're looking for job opportunities, you don't want to be a creative, jobs are, and that's something to look for in Lagos State. Like Lagos for me is the bomb when it comes to this thing. That does not mean that I'm selling Lagos to people that are not in Lagos will start moving to Lagos, because it's not all rosy over here. Everything that is successful involves hard work. For you to be successful anywhere, you have to work so hard. We have to burn the midnight candle. It's not, oh, I finished jacking in school, so I can just suddenly become successful in the real world. The real world is a whole different game. There's a whole lot of rat race anywhere you stay in Nigeria and the world. So trust me, it is the same everywhere. But if you're coming to Lagos with the mind that you'll be successful and you're able to put in the effort, give it time, you see how successful you will be just because of the population in Lagos. So I hope you guys enjoy this my video of what I say about Lagos and what I love about Lagos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. See you another time. Bye guys.